Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel, Tell Me Monica. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. I want to give you guys a sense of the kind of advice that I like to give, that I hope to be able to give to many of you about whatever situations you find yourselves in, whether it's personal or professional. If you need advice or you want someone else's input or opinions, that's what this channel is here for. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be interesting times. So today I'm actually going to give my unsolicited 2 cents to a YouTuber. Again, this is just my opinion. I'm not a psychotherapist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a social worker. This is just advice or thoughts that I have, having, lived and gone through a number of experiences in my own life. And I really just want to try to share some of these thoughts with this YouTuber. And you can tell from the title who that is. It's Queen Naija, and I just love her. I think she is such a special person. And she recently posted a video, which is why I thought I'd make this particular video. I left kind of a, detailed comment. It was a few lines worth of commentary on that video, kind of giving her my thoughts and, my advice, if you will. But then I thought, I've got my own channel. This is exactly the kind of advice that I would like to give. And who knows, maybe she'll see it. But if not, if there are other people who are in a similar situation, maybe this will help them. So let's just get started. So let's see, a little bit of background about Miss Queen Naija. I found her channel by accident, or randomly I would say, thanks to the YouTube algorithm. It was a recommended video that I saw the first time, and this was actually towards the end of her relationship with Chris, but in this video, she was still married to Chris. In fact, the video kind of caught my attention because it was one where she presented Chris with a new car. And I remember thinking, gosh, these YouTubers, because it said something like, I bought my husband his dream car. And I was like, wow, these YouTubers are really doing something special. This is crazy. So let me click on this and find out, what it's about. And I remember watching the video and, she surprises Chris with the car. And I remember he was like, "You're the best wife ever." And, he was giving her kisses. And I remember she kept asking him, "Do you like it? Do you like it? Are you happy?" And I, had some gut reactions when I saw that video. Because I've been in situations similar in the sense that I could tell that this was a situation, or at least this is what came across to me. Again, this is just my opinion, no judgment here. This isn't about judgment. This is just my reaction to what happened. And I just perceived that she really wanted to please him. And she was hoping that, this gift would really be pleasing to him. And she just, kind of kept asking that. And I kind of took note of that. So I started, I think at that point, kind of looking around their channel. I was like, oh, this is interesting. And it wasn't too long after I found that video. And I don't know if that video was already a little outdated. It certainly wasn't very outdated, but it may have been a little outdated, because it wasn't too long after that Chris made the first video that I saw saying, we're no longer together. Watching that, and he was saying, to my followers, don't beat up on Queen, we're good. And, it's just all about my son. And, that's, my main concern. And I was like, wow, they're splitting up. So it was sort of this real time life stuff that was happening, and that was, interesting to me. And so then, of course, they split up, and it seemed like really soon after that, Queen started making videos like with this squad and her friends, and it wasn't too long afterwards that, Clarence kind of appeared on the scene. And it's just so funny to me that I would choose to watch, young people in this way. I mean, I'm of a completely different generation than they are, but life to me is interesting. And so it doesn't even matter that they are in their 20s and I'm not. It was still interesting to me to watch it kind of all unfold. And I began to get a sense of Queen and who she is as a person, or at least what I can glean from these short video clips. Obviously, I don't know her. I've never met her. I don't know anybody who does know her. So I'm not, pretending like this is based on any inside knowledge. But from what I've seen, just having watched her videos, she is such a loving, caring person. She seems to be. And I think she, having gone through the experiences that she went through, which is, being married and having a husband who was unfaithful. And when that happens, your self-esteem really takes a blow, as she has acknowledged. And it's really tough to know your value and find your value through all of that kind of mess. You get caught up in that other person's perception of you, which is that you're not good enough. You weren't enough. You're not as good as this next person. When in reality, you're a child of God. You are the most special person ever. And in her case, she's a beautiful young woman, really inside and out. Well, I think that makes her, particularly striking and stunning, because she has such a beautiful personality. She seems to be the kind of person that would go the extra mile for somebody that she loves. And it really, shows. And I think that's why she's had such a widespread appeal to her fans, to people on YouTube. And that's why her music career has just blossomed so much, because people really love her. And I think we all want to see her be successful. I know I feel like she deserves success because she's had a really rough time. They struggled financially, and then she had to go through all of the personal drama. So the fact that, she now has all this success and she's had this new turn on life, a new lease on her life, I think is fabulous. And I really like what I've seen of Clarence. He certainly seems to be supportive. He seems to, really love her. I love it when they laugh together and they just fall out. I think it's so wonderful. I think it's great that they're building a life together. I am definitely a supporter, and I support her and her career and her happiness. And the only piece of advice I think I would give to her is never forget just how special you are. Don't ignore the fact that thousands and thousands of people have had just a small glimpse into your life, and we all think you're amazing. And so never let the opinion of just one other person define you. Keep that in mind, and don't do too much either, because I see you doing a lot, like you're doing all this cooking. I've done this myself as a young person, where you kind of like, that's part of your worth that you're trying to show. I can cook, I can burn in the kitchen. Now, I could never, I literally would burn in the kitchen, like, oh, the toast is burnt. But if, you're trying to show, I can cook, I'm this like Wonder Woman, I can go, let a person pamper you. Let a person prove their worth to you as well. It has to be a two-way street. And don't get into a pattern where you are pulling all the weight, where you're the heavyweight, and they're just, you're so happy. I completely know this. It's like after having been with a person who's so insecure that their ego is overinflated, and so you could never do anything or make any decisions or be in the spotlight, then you find somebody who is content to let you be in the spotlight, and it's like, this is fabulous. And it is. However, that type of person, no shade against Clarence, I don't even know him, okay, but just think about this and keep it in your mind. That type of person can also be content to kind of sit back and let you do everything. Be careful, because you will end up doing everything, and there is nothing cute about that. That gets real old really quick. So you want to be careful. Sit back and let somebody pamper you and see what happens. But I'm sure you're going to have a wonderful, blessed life. You deserve it all. I say it all the time in whatever little comments I leave. You do deserve it, and I'm very happy for you. That's my 2 cents. Hey guys, please, if you liked this video, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to maybe do some more opinions about YouTubers until I start getting some real life commentary and questions to talk about. Hope to see you guys soon. Thanks.